Hey guys, welcome to another adventure. I've been working on the storage room a little bit since last time. You can see it's now multi-leveled. And I've sort of resorted things a little bit. This current layout is not really set in stone, and it's certainly not perfect. So I'll be looking to improve it a little bit as I can see fit. So let's start with the top level, and I'll just run you through how I've laid it out at the moment. So on the left here, you've got dirt in these three chests, because I do collect quite a lot of dirt. In the top two chests here, you have sand and sandstone in the bottom. I don't really have that much sand, but again, I'll resort things if I need to. I've got gravel up here, and wood for these bottom two. There's just sticks in there at the moment. These three are all cobblestone, because that's another resource which you collect a lot of. And then these ones on the end, which are only half chests, I'm using for tools and navigate general quick access things that you'd want. So on this side you got picks, which I've used up at the moment, shovels and axes. And then as we come through to this wall, I have a crafting bench here, which I can actually use in its current position, but just to make it look neater, I've got the piston there. I could replace that with a button, but I'd have to redo some of the circuitry, so I'll think about that in the future. And then this chest back here is all of the valuables. So the spoils that are so valuable, they deserve 2 whole signs. So diamonds, gold, iron probably shouldn't be in there. It should probably have its own chest, but I've got it in there at the moment. And then I'll go back to this side, to this side of this side. So these three are all smooth stone. And then you've got stone bricks, clay bricks, and nether bricks. There aren't any in there. They should be in there. And then there's an entire chest for wheat, which I think is fair enough, because I do collect a lot of wheat. A whole chest for sugar cane, and I've got sugar in there at the moment. That's kind of debatable whether that should be there, but... And then pumpkins and melons in the bottom. If you saw the last episode, I finally got some melons after exploring an abandoned mineshaft, so that's where I'll be keeping them. And then this column is where it starts to get a little bit more complicated. So the top chest is meat and friendly mob drops, so that's obviously the raw meat. I could probably put cooked meat in there. And friendly mob drops are things like, you know, other things dropped by friendly mobs like cows and sheep and chickens, feather. For the sheep, I've actually got the wool in here with the seed saplings and ores, because that's where most of the dyes and things are. So yeah, in this we've got seeds, pumpkin seeds, cocoa beans, saplings, snowballs, apples, coal. Coal should definitely have its own chest. That's something I'm gonna rearrange. And then general enemy mob drops we got down here, which are just the enemy mob drops, but they're just all in one chest at the moment. But things like, you know, blaze rods could definitely have their own chest. I probably won't keep that many though. So then we got hoes, swords and bows and arrows, and torches and navigational tools. So that all comprises the top level, and then you go downstairs. Now I used to have a ladder here, but it just didn't look very sort of clean, especially as it's a see-through floor. I didn't want to have to use that. So if you can see, I've got some double doors back there, and the way you actually go down to the second level is there's this little hidden door here, and then you go down to this corridor which is filled with very classy paintings, and this wiring is actually part of the door. And I was gonna hide it, but I couldn't really because of the way that the staircase aligns. So I put, for the moment, as a temporary solution, or it could be a permanent solution, I've got nether brick underneath which sort of hides the redstone a bit. I was trying to grow vines down, but they were just all through the corridor and it didn't really work. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions as to how I could hide that, I could possibly redo some of the wiring, but I think it's the most efficient it is possible at the moment. And then for the second level, it's pretty much empty apart from, well, this side's pretty much full, but this side is like empty. So these 3 quick access chests are empty, and then we've got minecarts, rails, pistons, and lamps. So there you go. Rails, pistons, lamps. This is all kind of complicated, and honestly this whole column could all be in one chest, but because of storage needs I kind of need to separate them. So redstone wiring and torches, as in redstone torches, because normal torches are up in that chest there, but I probably should again have a whole chest, or at least half a chest for them. And then in the bottom chest here you've got button switches, repeaters, and pressure plates, as you can see there. And then you've got doors, furnaces, crafting tables, and chests in here. So this whole column is pretty much furniture. And hearth slabs and stairs, or construction things, sorry. Fences, fence gates, ladders, and beds in this one. And then over here we've got glasses and, oh no, sorry, glass and glass panes, that should be. I'll change that in a second. Glasses sounds as in normal dinner glasses. Yeah, not quite right. And then signs and books. I don't have that many books, so again I can comprise them into one chest. Not comprise them into one chest. And then buckets down here. I actually have more buckets which I can put right back now. And then these ones on the end here that are empty. So actually, so are these. Oh, I need to put glowstone above here to have them open, or to have the top one open. I'll fix that in a minute. And then on this side, the only ones which have anything in them are these 3, which are soul sand, netherrack, and glowstone. So it's basically everything from the nether, except for the nether brick, which is over there, nether fences, which are in here, I think, yeah. And there are probably some other things I'm forgetting. So all of these are empty, except for these ones at the end, which have shears and fishing rods in them. So that's it for the second level, and I think it's sort of given me a lot more space, and I do like the way that you go down to the next level. I think it works. If you guys have any suggestions on how I can improve this, don't forget to comment. And now we'll move on to the next part of the episode. This back wall here has been knocked out, and I've opened this room up here, and that's because I'm going to be building a potions lab today, or a brewing station, whatever you want to call it. And there are various designs you can use for these, but what I'm going for is CNB Minecraft's pocket-sized potions lab, I believe it's called. There's a link in the description if you want to view his tutorial on how to build it. It's very small and compact, as suggested by the name, and quite easy to build, and it works very well. The only issue with it is that to save space, the dispensers are pretty much covered up, which means when you want to restock it, it's very difficult without sort of destroying some of the bricks to get in there. And as of yet, I don't think anyone's come up with a solution for that. I haven't either, but we'll just see. There might be some way we can fix it, or try and fix it. So anyway, we will start constructing that now. Guys, because of the size of the pocket-sized potions lab, I actually had to raise the height of the ceiling just one more block, which means that there's a water source right here. I'm not actually sure what that is or how large it is, but we'll try and work around it when we build it. I finished the potions room slash lab slash brewing station, whatever you want to call it, now, and I've finished decorating the room as well. You can see that the lighting comes all the way through here, extended from that system. We have plenty of storage on both sides, and we have 2 water troughs, one on either side, meaning you can quite easily operate the machine, the lab, from just about anywhere. You have to be slightly to one side, but yeah. Okay, so the 4 levers on the outside are the additional effects. So we've got corruption effect, splash for the splash potion, increased duration, and increased potency. And then in the middle we've got potion of swiftness, potion of healing, potion of poison, potion of strength, potion of regeneration, and potion of fire resistance. So if I turn on a splash and I hit, say, potion of swiftness, I would get a potion of swiftness plus the additional piece of gunpowder, so that I can craft a splash potion of swiftness. How to restock the station now, which is not a simple process. I'd suggest you cover these two, the opening here with these 2 dirt blocks, so that you don't fall through when you're restocking. So you come down here and into the access tunnel, which I've got down here for things like, there's actually an emergency exit out there, and there's also the 5 clock for the cobblestone generator. And you go down this tunnel here, and at the end you get to the back of the potions lab. So if you go up here, I've actually labeled all of the dispensers to make it easier to see which one needs restocking and what goes into it. But it's still not a simple process, especially for the specific ones. So we'll go left to right. So down here we've got glowstone dust, so we'll put glowstone in there. Also, I haven't been able to get 64 of everything, like magma cream, spider eyes, and gas tears, because I have to kill more mobs to do that. So I can't really do a proper stock, but we'll just do it, do what we can now. And then redstone dust up here, we'll stick in there. And then just underneath this block is magma cream, which I've only got 4 of. And then we have these 4 here, which are the base. So nether warts go in this one. And then I only have 63 bottles, so we'll make that into 21 each. Oops. Sorry guys, I should have done this earlier. Anyway, 21 each. So 1 in there, 1 in there, 1 in there. So for every potion you get 1 of each of these dispensers. So the nether wart, which is required to make a mundane potion, I believe it is, and then 3 bottles, which is what each brewing stand can take. And then on this side you've got sugar for the potion of swiftness, so we'll stick that in there. And then just here you've got fermented spider eyes, which I only have 4 of, but that'll have to do. And then we've got gunpowder over here for the splash potion. So I've only got no, I've got other gunpowder, but I didn't want to use all of it, so I've just got 25 in there for the moment. Now, this is where the other ones are, and unfortunately this is literally the only way you can access them. So let's stick, say, a dirt block there and one on the other end. It might make it just a little bit easier. So then you have underneath here, do I have a pick? Yes, I do. Oops. So glistering melon in this one, which is found just behind there. So we'll stick, oops, sorry, it's actually right underneath there. Glistering melon. I'll have to move these signs down. I put them accidentally too high. Okay, let's just get rid of that for the moment. Okay. So, glistering melon in that one, and then we need spider eyes for this one. You can see the difficulty in restocking here. So I've only got 3 spider eyes at the moment, but that'll have to do. So, and then in this one we have blaze powder, which I have 64 of, so that's good. Oh, actually I have more. I'll leave it for now. Keep it even. And then gas tears finally in here, which I only have 2 of at the moment actually. So I'll have to head back into the nether and get some more. So I put ladders on either side, so it's easy to access from either side. See if I can. I don't have a shovel. I'll remove the dirt blocks later. It's probably easiest from downstairs. Anyway, that's how you restock it. It's certainly not easy, but if you gather enough materials, you really don't need to do it that often. So I'm going to just do a quick demonstration now. So we're going to make a potion of harming 2, rather a splash potion of harming 2, which I use quite a lot in the nether with my blaze XP farm. So we'll make one of those now. So what we're going to need is the corruption effect, because it's made from, or I at least make it from, a potion of poison. And then you're going to want splash, and also going to want increased duration, I believe. Okay, so if I then do potion of poison, we get all that we need. So we fill up the water bottles first. There we go. And then we use, say, this middle brewing stand. And we're going to want the nether wart first. To make a mundane potion, I believe it is. And then after that we'll make a potion of poison, which we'll use the spider eye for. And then you corrupt the potion with the fermented spider eye, and then you can extend it, extend the duration with redstone, and make it splash with gunpowder. I actually don't know if I normally extend the duration. I think I do. It makes it instant, I believe, but I should have checked before. But we'll see what we do, what it does. So we're gonna want spider eye now, and now that we awkward potion, sorry, not mundane potion. So this will make 3 potions of poison, and then we can use the spider eye to corrupt it. So I might as well turn these off now. And when the switch is at the top, it's in the off position. So that's just the easiest way to have it set up. There we go, 3 potions of poison. Now, if I then add the fermented spider eye, we should get a potion of harming. You know what? I need the potency 2, I think. Potency is with glowstone. I wonder if I can just... I'll quickly run down and get glowstone so that I don't have to get it out of the machine again. Sorry about this, guys, but you can see how the storage room works as well now. Ah, perfect. Just a single glowstone. So in theory, the potions lab speeds the brewing up, but only when it's working properly. So then we've got potion of harming. So let's use the glowstone to make potion of harming 2, and then I'll use the redstone to extend the time period it lasts for. I think it should make it instant when I... oh no, it is instant damage. Maybe you don't need the redstone. Instant damage too. We'll put it on. Whatever. So with the storage, I'm not actually sure how I will lay it out. I might have too much. It might be easier to have like 3 chests on each side, one for each of the sort of base potions, but then you've got the different types, like potion of harming, which isn't here, which we're making now. I mean, then there's potion of harming 2, and you know, there's a huge variety, and they said that in the future they're planning to make, I think it's over 2,000 potions in the game. So yeah, I'm not gonna really be able to sort those easily, but I guess the idea is just to have the storage ready here, and it'll do for now. I'm still testing this out, so this is the first potion I made on it actually, so there we go. Splash potion of harming. And I'm not sure, because I have this chest here still. Yeah, I don't actually have any other ones, but anyway, there you go. Made splash potion of harming. I don't really want to use it on myself, and there are no mobs around, but you can trust me that that is a splash potion of harming, and it was made properly with this neat little brewing station. Okay guys, that's about it for today. We've now got an awesome potions lab. Full credit to CNB Minecraft for that. It works really well, and it's very compact, so if you're looking for a potions lab to build, I'd highly recommend looking at his. There's a link in the description for that if you want to check that out. I'm also going to be updating my world along with this episode. Someone was asking for it last time, and also I was planning to anyway. It's the last one that I had was episode 20, so it's been 8 episodes since the last one. So you'll have quite a few updates in this world. There'll be the lighthouse, the harbour, the zippervator, various improvements to the village like the lighting and the track out to there. The Blaze XP farm in the Nether's something else I did, and now the potions lab. So there's quite a lot to check out in the new update, and there'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out. You can also look at my blog or follow me on Twitter, or both. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. It's always awesome to get some new subscribers. And other than that, that's about it for today, guys. Until next time, I am out.